Good evening, and welcome to our Fireside Chat, our first Fireside Chat here at Juma Game Reserve, and hopefully the first of many. It is an old concept, but it's a new scene, and it's a new, it's
New.
It's new.
Really new.
No, well, we knew. We just started here.
Okay, yeah, we just started here.
We just started here at Juma Game Reserve. We've been here for a while, though. Before we started here, we had been here for, well,
I've been here a year
two and a half, year and a half, respectively. Seb's joining us in a minute. My name is Mark.
My name's Tara. And
my name is Seb.
the man from Gabon.
And we hopefully don't have old
Was that a joke from you, Tara?
No.
Good evening.
Hello.
My name is Sebastian.
Welcome.
My name is Mark.
Hi, pleased to meet you.
And welcome.
Good evening,
Good to have
guys.
you here.
Good to have you on board with us.
Welcome to our first Fireside Chat. And
Yes.
I did get asked
Yeah.
during Drive, and I didn't actually post it on because Bob wanted to give us 10 questions to answer.
yeah.
And I
And
thought
you
it was
remembered
actually no, I'll get in there. But I actually thought it was quite a good idea because he asked for the new people who obviously don't know us,
No, that's
and he
true.
asked us to give them a little bit of a background about who we are, and how long we've been here and that sort of thing. And I thought that was
Okay.
actually quite a nice idea. So thanks, Bob, for sending that through. Unfortunately, we don't have a radio to be prompted by the ghost director because yes, it's just us three.
So
as
just
I'm
us
sure
three.
a lot of
So
you know.
everything's running on its own. Robots are running it.
You might lose
Exactly.
picture anytime. Don't
So you
worry.
think we're actually working? We're actually not. We've got ghosts doing it for us.
No, we have to give them credit, actually.
Definitely.
Yes,
Yes.
definitely. Eugene and
And
Nikki and Tristan playing a big role.
Standing in the window there,
Standing at the back.
supporting the rugby.
But
Yeah.
yes, we got some of the, well, basically we didn't go anything lower than Voyatella management to come and help us with this evening. So thanks to Nikki, thanks to Eugene
Definitely
and Tristan.
for making this happen.
And any mistakes?
It's their fault because we out here.
Do you still have picture there?
Yeah, are we all good? We're all good. We're getting the thumbs up. Awesome.
Excellent.
So yeah,
Okay.
it has been quite different actually, just being three in camp for a long period of time. But Mark,
Yeah.
do you want to answer Bob's question for everybody first?
What was the question?
Where were you born?
Who are you?
and- Yeah, who
are you?
who is Mark? But
Yes, okay.
maybe a shortened version.
Touche. Hi, everybody. Well, first of all, this is something that hopefully at some point we can make it a regular feature. And for now, we're having one now. We're going to have another one in about 10, 11 days' time. This is a fireside chat where hopefully you can join us, and there will be time one day when we stop talking and you can send in questions. But for tonight, it's our first, so it's quite appropriate, actually, Bob, that you asked that question. My name is Mark. I am kind of a bush person. I've lived in the bush most of my life. I have lived and worked in many different African countries between here and Kenya. Wildlife
Hold
is...
that thought.
What? The camera dripping.
Press the record button.
It's recording.
Okay, it's recording. Okay.
So I
Carry
can't
on.
remember
Scene
what I
one.
said.
Take one.
Seb, come on.
Okay,
We
so
never record. Sorry, we never record
Okay,
Fireside
we'll try
Chat,
and
but we've
we'll
decided
try
to
and-
start recording it from now on. So you have to redo everything.
No, we'll do the beginning at the end. So because we've already
And
done
then-
that beginning.
Okay.
So yeah, so we hope someone recorded that bit. Anyway, carry on. So,
Strange things happen at fires. Anybody will tell you that lives in the bush. Strange things happen around fires. But let's get serious for a minute, because yes, there are a lot of you out there who've never joined us around a fire. There are a lot of a lot of you that don't know us, and this is a new concept. So for those of you who are joining us for the first time, welcome to Juma Game Reserve. Welcome to our live camera. It's a little bit different to the static cameras that you might see. It's a little bit different to even our safari camera, because every now and then we sit around a fire and we put the camera up and we sit down and we talk, and we never know what's going to be said. And if I can... Okay. Bob was asking...
10 minutes later.
yeah.
I just wanted some background. But yes, Bob, thanks for the question. I'm just kind of a bush person, ended up here because I've done a lot of bush management, camp management in other parts of Africa. I love wildlife, and my only way to be with wildlife was to be in the lodges and with tourism. And so I had this opportunity to do something that was different. There's something that wasn't running camps, and the problem was that running camps became more out of the bush. It was more hotel based in the latter part of my camp management years. In the beginning, it was still running a remote camp, and I was still doing all the activities myself and running the camp at the same time. But it's just wonderful to be part of the bush in a way, and to still live here, and to be able to bring it to people like you, and to have the kind of interaction that we have. And it's one of the reasons why I'm still here 2.5 years down the line, is because this is just such an amazing concept of what we do, this interaction that we have. So that's me.
So I'm kind of the odd one out.
Keep it short.
Yeah. Yeah. Well, I wasn't expecting you to.
Short and sweet.
Yeah, I was quite impressed there. But yeah, I'm the odd one out. I'm not from Africa. I'm actually from the UK, as I'm sure you can hear from my accent. And I like to say things very differently to a lot of people. Well, mainly Mark. So yes. I've been with the company, well, in Juma Game Reserve for about 1.5 years, just over. And my whole career started when I was about 16, working with captive animals. And it's always been animal behaviour I've been fascinated with. And I've really wanted to learn about the animals out in the wild. So for me, living in Britain, the way I could do that was to actually go to university, and I did zoology, so I could actually understand the science behind what we were seeing, or what I was seeing. And I actually had a fantastic opportunity to come out to South Africa and go on a guiding course. And I was only supposed to be out here for a year. It was supposed to be 6 months guiding for learning, and then 6 months work experience in a lodge. And I kind of forgot to go home. And I loved it so much, and I just thought, no, that's it. This Africa is for me. And I really want to learn more and experience South Africa more. And that was the whole reason for actually coming out here and staying out here. And I'm just loving the fact that I've had this opportunity. And if you'd have asked me when I was 10 years old, you know, can you see yourself in Africa? And I said yes, but I don't know if I'm going to get there. And the fact that I'm actually here, I made it.
And you got the virus now.
I have. It's in my blood.
Yes.
So that's kind of me in a nutshell.
Nice.
Yes.
Myself, short and sweet.
King of the bomb.
Yeah, as you can hear, I'm not from South Africa, but I am from Africa. I'm from Gabon in Central Africa, and I speak French. And been studying wildlife conservation for a few years in France, and then in Cameroon, and then been working on a few different wildlife conservation projects in Cameroon and in Gabon. Actually, one of the best ones with gorillas for an entire year. In a very remote place in the middle of Gabon in the equatorial forest. Was one of my best years, definitely. And then I arrived in South Africa around 2002, and I thought I'd be staying just for a couple of years, and kind of the same as Tara, 6-7 years later I'm still here. And I've been studying game ranging and lodge management in Cape Town, and then I was working as a guide a little bit everywhere. Did South Africa from north to south, east from west, Lesotho, Swaziland, guiding a bit in Namibia and Botswana, doing some trips from Cape Town to Vic Falls, and then decided to get into wildlife documentaries, wildlife movies. So did a quick 1 month course in Entabeni Game Reserve.
We actually met.
I was doing something on dung beetle, and I met Tara. I was busy filming a dung beetle, and Tara, I remember she drove past us. And
yeah, I was asked to drive as close to this dung beetle, obviously without squashing it, as possible, so they could get the shot that they wanted.
We actually got a very nice shot of that tire just driving right. You actually drove right past the dung beetle, like that
close.
far from the dung beetle. I was like, whoa!
How many dung beetles did it take?
Just the one, actually. It was just the one he had.
She was pretty good.
But we didn't realise until we were talking about something a little while ago, because Entabeni was the reserve where I actually learnt to guide.
And that's where we clicked. We were like, oh, you were the blonde chick on the car. And you were like, oh, you were the French guy filming the dung beetles. Yeah.
It's strange how you pass across.
Yeah. So I did that course, and then worked a little bit in Cape Town on different projects. One of the main one was with white shark, great white sharks. Also got a lot of experience there. And then in March last year, Emily Wellington from Wilders gave me a call, and she basically asked me to join Wilders and Juma TV and work as an editor for them, which I did, and then I moved on to camera work, and then now I'm also doing a bit of presenting. So multitask. We've got a great team at the moment, and thanks Mark for the panning and the zooming.
Yeah.
Yeah, bit of camera work.
A bit of
Just
camera
getting it
work.
in there.
Yeah.
So here we go, guys. That's us. That's the team in place at the moment, and I think we rock.
Yeah.
I think
Yeah.
so.
I think so. Yes.
Good one. Good one. Good one.
But yeah, so one of the other questions,
Yes.
because there's three of us,
Mm.
there was two actually. What would we be doing an hour after drive?
What would we be doing?
What would we
What
be
would
doing?
we be doing an hour after evening drive and after
evening
morning
drive?
drive?
And after morning drive.
I know what I'm doing. I'm doing in the evening, eating and sleeping. That's
Yeah,
all I
no,
do
I know.
in the evening.
I think generally now in the heat of summer, I think an hour after morning drive I'm asleep.
Yeah,
Yeah.
actually, yeah, you do, because
Yeah.
you've got a problem
I've
with
got a
your room.
sauna. Mm.
Yeah,
So by 11 o'clock my room it's a sauna. So that quick break before it gets hot is nice to just take a nap.
yeah, you do.
Yeah.
You disappear.
I do.
Like, gosh.
It's like my daily
Sneaky.
hibernation. I get comatose.
It is.
Yeah.
I must say,
And
I
then
also
I'm up
like
at
to put
11
my
and I've got the rest of the day to attack.
Yeah.
I also like to put my feet up just after drive, though. When you come back from drive, either from presenting or camera work,
Yeah.
you always feel a little bit tired. And have a quick breakfast, and usually put your feet up for 1 hour, 1 hour and a half, and then meet again around the kitchen or inside funnel control, and meetings, do a bit of editing,
Yeah.
and carry on with the day.
So I'm the workaholic then,
Yeah, no,
because
Tara's-
I usually push
You-
on through.
You're always in your room. The thing is, Tara is always in her room. In her
we
room.
never
and
know
she-
what she's doing.
Exactly, we don't know what she's doing. She says she's working, but
Yeah.
curtains are closed. We don't know.
Oh, you see, that's why I sit in there now.
Yes, no, she's been in FC for the last few days.
I haven't seen
But
outside of FC.
I've also been in FC, but I've never seen you there.
No, I come in and out now.
I
But
spent
yeah, so
so
I
many
usually do
hours
my
in
sleeping
FC.
just before drive.
I spent so many hours in FC. I'm actually glad to not be spending too
Yeah.
much time in FC at the moment.
That's true. The editing was good.
Yeah, we had a
Yeah.
lot of hectic editing to do.
I think that there are a couple of things that we do have to acknowledge, though,
Yes.
from before the end and before the new beginning. I think one of the most important things that I wanted to say was that we all received gifts. We all received something from a lot of people, and I want to make a very big thank you.
Yes,
Definitely, thank
definitely.
you.
Thank you to all of you.
And that's on behalf of Sept. It's on
Mm.
behalf of
Yeah.
Craig and Herman
Mm.
and all the guys that were here. Cynthia's still here. We brought Cynthia back, and she's helping us with the housekeeping. But from all the staff that were here, it was administered by Pete, and it was I guess in a way, kind of like a tip from all of you. To put it bluntly, a gratuity. I guess, I don't know. It was heartfelt, and it was welcomed.
But all the messages and everything like that of
But
support
there
were
was, that
really,
was-
it blew us away. It really did blow us away.
Yes,
There was so much. We thought
we didn't expect
for a
it.
while we thought that
No.
we had to sort of turn our back on this, and it was thanks to Juma and thanks to Yuri coming to the rescue. I mean, it was we
Definitely.
had it was like 3 days. We had the one day we were told it's no longer, and then it was like a few
No, I
days
think it was a bit-
later.
yeah, it was a good week.
Yes,
It was a
around
good
the week.
week.
Around the week.
Yeah.
That
Because
was
it only came through in the last
yeah,
week.
but it was there was a bit of turmoil
Yeah.
in how we were going to just suddenly say goodbye to you all, and how we suddenly came back to you all. And I want to thank, every single one of you that are watching, because I know that most of you that are watching are from our previous incarnation, and it's because you really enjoyed these fireside chats, and it was because of you that we really did these fireside chats, and that is what we want to get back to now, is more of this
Sitting around the fire.
sitting around the
And
fire,
chewing
but
the fat.
chewing the
Like
fat,
in
but
the
also
good old
this
days,
closeness with our viewers that
Yeah, the family.
we kind of lost
big
track
family.
of a little
Family.
bit. The family, the we family.
Definitely.
Yes.
Definitely.
And
And I did promise some people to wear my purple
oh, you
top.
did.
It was actually wasn't a dress. It's actually, these ones don't have heels, but they are purple.
Okay. I can
But I
go.
will-
I can go carve a couple of pieces. Can I find a couple
I
of
actually
sticks?
forgot to change I was going to change my shoes because I was running around and I didn't want to have my heels.
Stand up a sec.
I'm very small.
So you still fit
But
in the
yeah,
screen.
people thought this was a dress, but it's actually a top. Am
Oh,
I going to be
okay.
decapitated now, actually?
No.
I'm sure I am. I am
Fashion show.
decapitated,
Horror
yeah, so
fashion show.
there we go.
The other side of the car keys.
Yeah. So, yeah. Yes.
Yeah.
No, I just wanted to say, because,
Okay,
it was
there
very
was that,
nice
there was
meeting
that.
everybody, and I really appreciate everyone coming down, and I'm very sorry for those that couldn't come down, but hopefully, you never know, in the future I might be able to come meet you again.
That was Covent Garden.
It was brilliant. And we even did something that you're supposed to do tonight, and I've been told by them I've got to push you to do it.
Okay. You don't have to push
We
me.
did-
I'll
we
live
did the
up to
chicken
my
dance.
expectations.
So yes,
I'll
and
somehow figure out how to move my arms and legs.
yeah,
Are you
nights.
gonna do the
nights.
singing though?
The singing, I'll do the da 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 da.
3 nights? What? 3 nights?
Apparently 3 nights we've been over 1,000 viewers. So
No,
Oh,
I didn't
really?
say 3 every time.
yes.
No, because okay. Here's
You
the
got
deal.
yourself in trouble.
Yeah,
I
you-
do it once when we hit 1,000 viewers, okay,
Uh-huh.
and then we're supposed to stay at 1,000 viewers and get to 1,100, 1,200, and then it's supposed to jump to like 5. So then I'm supposed to say, okay, I'll do the whole thing in a chicken suit when we get to 10,000.
Yes, you did actually. I remember that now. Yes. So 10,000 viewers, we've got to do it.
Sure, in a chicken suit.
In a
Send the chicken suit, I'll do it. Who was that?
That was me.
That was him.
Oh.
So yeah.
Oh, okay. I heard a barn owl tonight, and somebody asked a question about eagle owls and why they're called eagle owls, and is it because they screech? But it was only really that youngster, that young eagle owl that's at the dam that screeches. But then I also thought, because I heard a barn owl tonight, and I thought, the barn owl is another owl that screeches,
No,
and
I
it's
heard
not
it.
called an eagle owl. But so it's not really the screech. I think it's just the size of the owl. But that's me just digressing because I heard a whistle and my brain clicked into owl. So that's how my brain works.
So I sound like a owl.
No,
you sound
you
like an owl, yes.
Sometimes.
Really?
Um,
But also,
Yes.
just on that note, sort of technical wise, we're not posting anything on Safari Channel Facebook anymore. It's
Oh,
all
yes,
on
that's
the
it.
Juma.
Juma Vuyatela.
Yeah, it's the Juma.
Juma Private
Private
Game
Game
Reserve.
Private Game Reserve.
So yeah,
on
so if you
Facebook.
want to know what the updates are, where all the pictures are, it's all on that page. So please, if you're on Safari Channel, please swap over onto the Juma,
Yeah,
and
go
we
and
can get the
click
viewers
like.
up there. Yes.
Mm.
So-
Okay, now I'm
Okay.
changing subjects completely.
And again, yeah,
Ha-
you do that.
Have we
tangent.
been through? Well, yes, exactly.
We've got lots of
That's-
things to
oh,
talk
that's-
about.
Yeah, we do.
We do. What do you want to talk about?
I don't know yet, but it's fun.
Okay, well, interrupt me when it comes. But I guess this is being
Half
a
an hour, it's
talk
never
show
long
host,
enough.
keeping it flowing.
Yeah.
No, but we've got to touch on this because it's important. It's
Mm.
part of what a fireside chat is all about. It's talking about animals.
Yes.
It's talking about the animals that we've got here.
Exactly.
And I think one of the things that make me so much, what makes me so happy about
I was
coming.
gonna Sorry, you've been learning English from me, haven't you? But yeah, carry on.
Yeah, reading Tara's dictionary. Yeah, rub it in.
Yeah.
But I think one of the things that makes me so happy about coming back is get the cubs.
Yes, definitely.
Yes.
Oh, wow.
And
Yeah.
they got big, eh?
They have.
They
They
have.
got big.
I mean, if
They
Karula's about this sort of size, they're about this sort of size. There's
Yeah.
not much size
No.
difference now, is there?
No.
No, definitely.
But then when they were with your Dan the other night, they would
And
look
the
so
other
tiny.
day, yeah, it was actually, that was how we realised it was him, because he was so big next
Yeah.
to the cubs.
But also, she's not a big leopard. I mean,
No,
she's really a
tiny.
small
She's
kid.
tiny.
She
Yeah.
is, she's tiny.
Yeah.
But no, that blew me away. And actually, that's one of the reasons I really want to be out in Africa, was to see things like that you don't hear about or read about or watch on documentaries. Is to see that happening right there in front
Daily.
of us.
Yeah.
I mean, incredible. The father was babysitting. That blew me away. I seriously, I cannot
You
get my
don't
head
read
around
that
it.
in books, eh?
No.
No.
He was babysitting while she went off after a daycare, and I'm like, what's just happened? Absolutely incredible.
Yeah.
And you guys had a sighting I really wanted to be there for. In
Young Billy
Duna.
Jordan and in
Duna,
Duna
Jordan.
on the
Duna.
kill.
Two of them.
I was
For sure.
thinking about Shavenzi meeting.
Oh,
her
meeting
brother.
in
that was
Duna.
Mark
There
and-
was
that
so
was
much
Mark
that's
and
happened
Becky.
with
Oh, was
this
that Mark?
family.
Yes, I was
Becky.
directing,
Yeah.
I think.
Becky did a little
Little
sort of diary.
Oh, yes.
And then she posted on her page, and then because she had to leave, and she quickly, and then it was posted onto the Juma page. But that just goes to show that there've been several phenomenal incidents with leopards since we've been back, and that's only on the leopard side. But there was that moment with Induna and
Yeah, and I
Shivanzi.
think if I remember well, you had a day between you and I. We had in 2 days. I think it was just before the first of spring, where we had like the 4 generations of leopards. We had
Oh,
Safari.
yes.
Remember, we had Safari, and then we had Kerula and not Mishu, but we had Induna, and then we had the 2 cubs, Shivanzi
Yes.
and Shivan
Wow.
Balana,
and
so-
and Jordan.
and Jordan. But at that time, it was just Jordan was much later. But I remember we had four Safari, Kerula, yeah, Mishu, and the last litter. 4 generations, I think, in 2 days.
But you just reminded me that it was the first time I've ever seen safari here.
Yeah, and all the viewers were so happy.
Yeah,
And I
about it
missed
because
her.
for that.
I missed her.
So
Oh,
many
you
viewers have
saw
been.
your mother instead.
Yeah, that's also true.
True.
Okay, I would probably forego seeing safari one day to see my mother. Hi mom, love you.
Hi, Mum. I love you too.
Well, my mum knows that I love her, so.
Okay.
So yes.
But yeah, and we also had some very nice lion sightings.
Okay, I haven't finished the leopard, but yes,
Yeah.
Juma and the logo, and Juma is all about lion, and I think that had to have been such a good sign that we came back and the first
It was
morning-
your first morning, yes, it was.
Yes.
Yes.
First morning out there, what did we have? It was Becky on cam.
It was Becky on cam. I was
Yeah,
directing. You had
said
the
that to direct.
Salalas.
'Cause- No,
No?
I picked up those Matimba
Matimbas.
boys.
That's
Oh,
right. That's
on,
right.
On Buffalo's of Cutline. It was
Yes.
phenomenal. It was that
Yes,
early
you
morning.
bumped into them.
And I
yes.
got into that where it's low down on the road, and we were looking up the road, and they came up just over that crest, looking against that sky. It was
How was that for a comeback?
that was
Definitely.
it was a Juma
Wow.
comeback. It
Yeah,
was pretty amazing.
And we
Wow.
ended up Safari TV with lions as well, didn't we?
Yes, they were calling because
they
Craig said to me, "I want lions," and as we were doing the whole shutdown, we heard lions calling in the distance.
Oh, that's true.
Yes.
Yeah.
And then they were at the dam.
Yes,
Yeah.
that night they
Yeah,
were at
so
the
we
dam.
did.
So we've ended up with lions and restarted with lions.
It was good. And
Yes.
lion are good here because, well, when we have them, that's why they're good. That's when we have them. But what's that?
Oh, he's reminding us about the Ranger race.
All right.
Oh, that okay.
Yeah.
We
Sure.
get in the end. Talking about thanks. But yes, that's another
I
thing
wish I
that's
could
coming.
take a picture actually.
We've spoken a little bit about the past, and now we're talking about what's happening now. The lion have been amazing here at Juma as well lately. I think we've seen more lion sightings coming back in these last few weeks than
Yes,
we saw
with
in
the
previous
Salalas.
months.
Oh,
Yeah,
The
we-
Salalas are regular visitors now.
Yeah.
They're
And
like
yet-
the Kahumas used to be, or like
and
the
the
sticks used
sticks.
to be.
When I first arrived, the sticks was it. The sticks was the
Yeah.
pride here. I didn't
Yeah.
even know the Talalas.
No.
I didn't know the
Definitely.
Salalas.
No, it's been amazing. And obviously, little Teddy.
Yeah, and our newcomer, little Teddy, for sure.
It
at
was
the
so
hyena
funny
den.
when I came back and he was like, "Oh, we've got a baby hyena.
But
It's
that was
called
also,
Teddy."
but that was also a very good comeback because I think it
was.
was you had the lions on your first drive, and on my first drive,
You had
we didn't have Teddy, but we had some very nice interactions at the den. That's
Yeah,
when
yeah.
Becky
We
took the
put the
camera
camera off
off,
and-
and they
Oh,
were sniffing my
nice,
food,
yeah.
and we had some very nice footage just by the tires of the car.
yeah.
And then the next day, how come I was on? Or maybe the next day you went on drive, and I don't remember what you saw. And then on my second drive, then I went back to the den, and then we saw Teddy for the first
Yeah.
time.
No, we had a great comeback for my first drive and your first drive.
Yeah, yeah.
Because of what that evening with that.
The
with
numbers.
hyena.
That's when the numbers peaked.
Yeah,
That
numbers
evening
really
went over
really went up.
1,000.
Yeah,
Awesome.
With
that
the
was
hyenas.
amazing. Because we stayed late at the den.
Yeah.
Um,
No, it was amazing.
yeah.
Definitely. So.
So that's what those are a few things we've got to look forward to. We've got to look forward to really unique leopard activity that's happening. We've had, actually, I meant to mention that as well. Was that day that we had Karula and Shivan Balana and Shivinzi, the two little ones with Induna on that kill up on Triple M. We had the 4 of them. It was the same day that other guides on another property had 5 leopard. They had and Tima, I think it was, with her 2 new cubs and 2 of her old cubs
Oh wow, I didn't even
on
know
one
about
kill.
that.
So that one morning game drive, there were 2 leopard sightings with a total of 9 leopards in one sighting.
Wow.
But so we've got this opportunity now where, going forward in time, we are watching things like older. We're watching almost lion behavior to a degree in leopard. Those are humans making a noise.
Stuff village.
But yes, we've had Indun and his father in the same tree on a kill, being amicable, not even bothering about, not even hissing, not even lifting their upper lips at each other.
There was just once when he turned around and Indun was kind of just snarled a little bit, but apart from that, no, they were fine, eh?
That's all it took, was just lifting his lip.
Yeah.
So that's what we've got to look forward to. We've got to look forward to a lot of lion activity, hopefully. I don't know who the lion were that we had today, but probably
Yeah,
one of
two
the
females
Matimba.
and one male.
Yeah, they think it was one of the big males from the Matimba Pride
Yeah.
coalition.
He wasn't that
but
big, though.
Sorry, well, I say one of the big males. He was number 2 in the
Yes.
ranking.
Yeah, because he's the only other
Yeah.
dark male, maybe.
Yeah, probably.
And lots of other things. Sorry.
All right,
Okay.
thank you, Yushin.
Other than that,
Yeah, we also had some nice elephant sightings.
I know we've been amazing with elephants.
Yeah.
Giraffe have come in from nowhere.
Giraffe.
Yes, actually, because I
I've
I've
remember
never seen so many
people were
giraffe
asking-
in a few
Yes.
days.
People saying,
In one
"Where's
drive,
the
probably like
giraffe? Do we
50
have-"
giraffe in one drive.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's
Yeah.
amazing.
But also the elephants
giraffe.
have been great. There have been a lot of herds of elephant.
Yeah.
But yes, just reminding me, Eugene reminded me, and something that I wanted to bring up again was that we're going to be going on leave in a couple of weeks' time, and it's
Yes.
when we come back, we'll be away for 2 weeks. When we come back, we will be starting a checklist. It's not a race. I don't want to call it a Rangers race because it implies running around like headless chickens. But
Don't we always?
doing a chicken dance. Maybe that's what I can do, the headless chicken dance.
Well, tonight's the night.
Does that mean I can just run off set and just go and do it elsewhere in the dark?
No.
Okay. That's right. Okay, we're going to have a checklist competition. And using the Juma checklist, we're going to be going through we're going to be going through our drives as normal, but what we want to do is every now and then we're going to stop at an animal or a bird or something, and we're going to ask you to identify it. And if you identify it correctly, we'll tick it off of our list. And after the end of the 6-week period that we're going to be having this, which is our next 6-week work period, we'll kind of tally things up, and I'll dust off the old Nyala horn. It's actually, funny enough, I managed to find a pedestal for it.
Oh, really?
Yeah, so now it's not
Awesome.
just the horn, it's actually like a proper trophy.
Ah, nice.
And maybe in Hoedspruit I'll go and get a little brass plaque.
No way.
Do you want a brass plaque on it?
Yeah.
Okay. I'll get a little brass plaque. Okay, it'll be plastic
Brilliant.
brass.
Awesome.
And then we'll just get our names engraved on it. We've got the engraving tool.
Oh, we have.
We can do it ourselves.
Awesome. That's it. We got to
Okay,
do it.
see, we
Gotta
make
do
plans
it.
as we go along. So yes, that will be the next 6 weeks when we come back from leave. I think it's going to be a lot more fun than a Rangers race. Rangers race used to be where we would each take one drive and we'd count how many mammals or birds or whatever the race was about. But it was always skewed because one day would be sunny, another day would be cloudy. And you can never really, the game isn't always the same on every day. If you had 3 vehicles going out at the same time and covering the same area in the same weather, it would be a different story. But we've decided that, who knows, maybe we'll shorten it to 2 weeks.
Yeah, we'll see how we go. But it'll be
Well,
interesting to see how many species we get between
Exactly.
us as well.
Yeah.
Well, we
That's-
could
that's
have a
another thing.
weekly tally. I mean, we
Yeah,
could
that's
we
also-
could have a weekly, bi-weekly tally. We could keep it going the whole month.
Yeah.
The thing is that it would be nice to keep it going over the 6-week period because nature is so diverse. You've got to remember that although there's a checklist of animals, you could live here your entire life and not even check off a third of them.
Exactly.
So it's not like we're going to check off 100 of these animals. And
And it's not going to impact on the drives either.
no,
So we're not going to feel obliged to move on. You know, it's going to be.
Just doing a few ticks there and there.
Yeah.
when we see something, we know it's on the list to say, oh, there's a grey-headed bushfuck.
No, they've got to ID it. You can't say it.
No, I know.
You say it
That's
doesn't
the thing. That's
count.
got to be one of the rules.
And it's
That's-
got to be the correct answer.
Yeah, we'll have to put up the
We will
rules
have
somewhere.
some rules. Yes.
Because one of the
The
rules is that
director
the
is
guy
going to be very busy.
Yeah.
very busy.
Yeah.
A lot of emails.
Yeah.
Yeah,
So yeah,
a lot
no,
of
it'll be
emails.
fun.
We'll have to set up a separate. We'll maybe keep. I don't know.
We'll think
We'll
about the
come
logistics.
up
Don't
with a
worry about
plan.
it.
We
Not
didn't
the
think
plan.
about that, did we?
It's
5,000
fine.
emails coming in. It's a giraffe, and the one that will come in that's right, it'll be wildebeest. And you got to go 5,000 until you get to the right.
Yeah.
So the important thing there when you're sending in answers is any time that Tara's doing her who's done it.
I drive these two up the wall.
No, only when we direct.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, when you're behind the camera, it's fun, but when you direct, sure. It's
By
a
the
lot of
way,
emails.
the quiz is going to start on Tuesday. No, Monday.
get your
Tomorrow.
quiz.
Tomorrow.
Tomorrow.
It starts tomorrow. Yes.
Tomorrow's Monday.
So you need to have your pen and paper and make sure that you keep your scores and don't throw them away.
Okay, so basically you're putting them through like a trial run of what to expect in the next 6
When we-
weeks.
No, no.
cycle.
Well, this is the two. We're going to see if we can beat Safari TV because remember I had 2 weeks.
Yeah,
And Binky and Cheryl were the winners.
yeah.
With 73 and 75%. Cheryl actually got 73 and
Yeah, but-
Binky 75. So what we're going to do is over the next 2 weeks, everyone that can participate, they add up the scores and then whoever beats that. So
Okay.
yes, that's how it's going to work.
But how many?
It depends on how many drives they've watched. So they might not see all of the drives, but we'll see how many of the drives and how many correct answers.
How many who dung it?
How
Are you
many
doing
who dung it?
Dung or tracks?
Both.
Both dung
Yeah,
and tracks.
both.
But dung and tracks are going to be part of this whole thing that we're going to be doing next time we come. Well, next cycle. Let's find a nice name for it. I like the checklist competition. Well, no, checklist something.
Checklist competition?
I'm sure you guys are going to come up with something better than we can.
The Juma checklist, because it's the Juma checklist.
Mhm.
Basically, this is a checklist that guests get. So it's the Juma checklist challenge.
Yeah?
I challenge you.
I'll challenge you.
Good. I challenge you.
I'll
That's
try
right,
to
we'll be
challenge
in.
you.
I don't try, just challenge me. So, okay, it's a checklist challenge. It's an alliteration to the checklist, the Juma checklist challenge.
Oh no, I'm going to get my tongue twisted around that one.
Yes.
Shame. But-
Somebody asked me to ask you, and I couldn't do it over the radio.
Uh,
But somebody asked me to ask you to say, how much wood would a woodchuck chuck if a woodchuck
Oh my
would?
word.
well, if I do it, you'll have to say un chasseur sachant chasser sans son chien n'est pas un vrai chasseur.
No.
Alright?
What?
No.
Yes.
I have to be drunk, then I can do it.
Okay.
And just
Sure.
one last thing before we go.
What
We're
was
being
that?
told to wrap up.
Okay, no,
But,
that's fine.
When we do
Time's
go
up,
on
time's
leave,
up. Mhm.
Yes.
when we do go on leave, the drives, you've already started something. The drives are going to be finished for 2 weeks. Only 2 weeks. Don't worry, we are coming back. But they will end on the 28th. 28th will be our last drive, so we're on leave on the 29th. And our first drive will be, that's September. First drive will be the 13th of
Mhm.
October.
Yeah.
So that's, but we will put up blogs,
Jade's
we will put
birthday.
up the schedule, that sort of thing. But just because there's a lot of people asking about it.
Yeah.
So, Mark,
Tara?
are you going to dance us out?
No, I'll never do it alone because I've got to copy you.
You got to go with me, okay?
I'll sing.
Seb,
No,
come
I'll
on.
sing. I'll
Come on,
sing.
little ducky.
Okay, well, let's do it in French then. I'll sing in French.
Yeah, okay,
But-
that's
yes,
better.
because Sid knows the French version. Everybody will love it. So
Yes.
Eugene's going to try and move the...
But I don't know how you dance it though.
No, I
hang
know
on.
the dance.
That's fine.
Okay, sorry,
Okay.
Eugene's got his
Very-
hands around that camera.
Go on, Seb.
Alright. All done.
Bye, everybody. And
Bye.
thanks.
C'est la danse des canards qui, en sortant de la mare, se secouent le bas du dos. Bye,
I don't
everyone.
know. I don't know.
C'est la danse des canards qui, en sortant de la mare.
Okay, I think you can cut it now.
Everybody teach me.
Bye, everyone.
Bye, everyone.
Goodbye, everybody.